Casey Hartnett.
Hello? Sorry.
Hi, is this Casey Hartnett?
Hi, yes, this is Casey.
And this is Jay Michaels. If I'm on the line, you're on the air.
Great. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing well.
Well, I'm glad I finally had a chance to cyber meet you. I was going to meet you thanks to your production of The Girl with the Red Hair. And I guess that's going to have to wait a little bit, and the phone will do just nicely. How's everything with you?
Yeah, things are good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just obviously at home and working virtually on everything. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm okay.
You and Anthony Laura are working on, as I mentioned, The Girl with the Red Hair, which it was going to go into workshops this spring, and that's probably going to change. How have your plans altered? What are you looking at for the future with it?
Yeah, so we've been meeting over FaceTime for the workshop, just going over scenes and going over the new material. Because for the workshop we're doing. He's working on rewriting the script and just making some changes to certain characters and things like that. So while we can't really meet in person, we've been doing it virtually, which it's great that we can continue it even in that capacity. So, and he's been meeting with other actors as well. So yeah, I mean, it's hard when we can't, physically go through the scenes with other actors, but for now, virtually, it's been fun and it's been productive. So,
what yours has some very serious subject matter. It deals in mental illness. It deals in, here's a word that used to not mean the same thing. Now it means something very different. Isolation. How have you found in your workshopping, in your reworking of it now, that the reality we're living in now has colored the way you're looking at the play?
Sure. I mean, absolutely. I think a lot of people are having a hard time right now. I mean, there's a lot of anxiety around what's happening and having to stay home, of course. And I think since we're dealing with material that it takes place in the psych ward of a hospital, and it deals a lot with anxiety, depression, and other mental illnesses. And so, yeah, I think that it does sort of put a different, or more of a, I guess, a more sensitive spin on what's happening, and because a lot more people are experiencing something within isolation that we never thought we would be experiencing in our lifetimes. So I think having that connection to it kind of might change people's perspective on what it's really like to be dealing with isolation in the form of, being in a psych ward, being in the hospital for a mental illness.
Did it change your perception? Did at any point while you were working this either with Anthony or just sitting in your room working on it, did you suddenly go, oh my God, what about that? And suddenly a new reality hit you with this?
I think, yeah, I mean, I a little bit, but I mean, for me, it's funny because I'm secretly enjoying my alone time right now.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, this is for myself. I'm like, oh, this is nice. I don't have to worry about going out or wanting to stay home and then feeling guilty about wanting to stay home and not going out or something. So but I think also for me, there has been that, like, you know, desire to, because I also love traveling. So there's that, like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to reach all of my travel goals this year. And I think in relation to that, there are, of course, while I love staying home and I'm like totally okay with this, there are those things those certain goals of mine that I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this year. And I think that is really putting a different spin on, like, feeling trapped and feeling like we might not be able to accomplish certain things because of the certain circumstances. And how is that going to affect, everything, like our careers and everything like that. And so I think thinking in Haley's mindset from the play, I feel like it has connected me with that part of her a little bit more. That part of, like, I'm here, and what is really going to happen on the other side? What is going to happen when I get out of here? Is it, for Haley, it's this feeling of, for Haley, it's this feeling of wanting to be understood and not wanting to be shamed when she gets out of the hospital, of course. Mm-hmm. So I think there's another call coming. Okay. But I think for her, it's, I think it has let me see, think in her terms of, like, a little bit closer to her in the sense of, like, here I am in isolation, and what's going to happen on the other side. It feels so uncertain still. And I think for her, that uncertainty is a big fear of hers.
That's a great remark, on the other side. And I ask this of virtually everyone I've spoken to, and that number is rapidly growing. And the answer is never the same. What will be on the other side? When this is over, considering the financial constraints that are happening, considering now some people, like you say, are enjoying this, but how long can you enjoy it? And once we get out there, will we really want to be, inches from someone when this supposedly will reoccur in September? What's the new artistic reality? What is the theater post Corona?
Yeah, I've definitely been thinking about that a lot, because I have also spoken to people who are experiencing this in other countries, who are saying that it's going to take 8 to 12 months before it feels any sort of normalcy again.
Right.
And so I think that, for me, I'm sort of keeping low expectations personally of, like, thinking, okay, our goal is to be working again in the fall. Theaters are hoping to reopen in the fall, September, October. And I think that there's also this fear of, okay, so if a vaccine is going to take a year, if that's what they're saying, then what does that mean for, like you said, if it's going to come in waves, what does that really mean?
Right.
So I'm wondering if, because we are adapting to this new way of working virtually with one another. People are doing play readings virtually. People are putting plays up. Our plays are accessible to us. We can watch plays virtually now. They're putting plays that have been performed in the past up so we can watch them. And I don't know if, I just don't know if we're just going to have to adapt to that. Maybe we can be in small groups and perform a play virtually. I don't know. I'm sort of trying to keep an open mind about the fact that we might perform this in the fall. We might perform this in 2021.
You might end up doing the film version, quote unquote, and doing it with one camera.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm still like self-taping auditions from home for films and things like that. So there's a lot of, I think it's very uncertain and it's very unknown, but I think, if we can have like small productions, or small crews and film things, and I hope I hope that that we're working on and people are making films and presenting plays again in the fall. So I feel like it could go either way, depending on.
So you're biding your time since you enjoy being a shut-in for a little while, and you're just waiting to see what the world is like out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to be traveling again in a few months. I want to be able to travel again. I want to be able to be in an audience or presenting a play to an audience, either way. I guess I'm just trying to keep an open mind about it, to see what happens. But it's so uncertain right now that we're going to continue working. And I think what we can do for the play right now is continue workshopping virtually, continue working on the script and the story and the characters, and fleshing those out. And then Anthony's going to rewrite the script. And I just think, that's if we just focus on that for now and then see, kind of take it day by day.
It's really interesting because you're almost talking about your character as well as you, because you're saying, okay, when I get out of this ward, I hope I can be with people and that I can live a happy life, but I'm cautious for now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think your play is going to become that much more potent as time goes on. So that's something that you and Anthony should get ready for, because I have a feeling your message is going to be so much more powerful than the already powerful one it provides. Casey, thank you so much. What were you going to say?
Yeah. No, I just I can see that. I can see that happening. And it's just a funny thing to think about that happening. Absolutely.
Well,
but yeah, thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much for chatting with me today. It's a pleasure to cyber meet you, and I look forward to seeing the play up on its feet or on film or wherever but existing, because I have a feeling that the strong message you have is going to become that much stronger now that we're all in our own isolation. Thanks again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Ciao.
All right.